Hi guys. So in this video we are going to talk about sequence of operation that takes place in the auto reclosure relay. Okay. So let's start with the video. Uh, you can see here. Okay. So this is the first. Okay. So this is the first condition here. In this is the healthy condition we can say where the circuit breaker is on and and uh, and line is in service. Okay. So the second thing, now what happens is in the step 2 what happens is a fault is incident on the system. Now we perform auto reclosing of the lines only for two types of faults. First one is zone 1 phase to earth, and second one is zone 2 phase to earth plus there is a carrier received. Okay. So in these two conditions only we auto reclose the line. And the when a fault happens on the line, the next thing that happens is the fault is being detected by the distance relay. Okay. So once the fault is being detected by the distance relay, it operates instantaneously, and it gives a command to the trip relay. In this case we use a single phase, we use a single we use a self reset single phase trip relay. We use a self reset single phase trip relay, and at the same time an internal signal is generated called AR initiation. Okay. So this AR initiation signal is generated only when these four conditions are satisfied. That is, the AR should be enabled, second one is the circuit breaker should be on, third one is CB should be ready. Means CB ready means closing spring must be in the charged condition, and SF6, and there should be no low SF6. Okay. The fourth condition is the master trip relay and the bus bar relay, master trip relay 86 and the bus bar relay 96 should not be operated. When these four conditions are satisfied, an AR initiation signal is generated inside the distance relay. Okay. So the next thing that happens is the fifth, we can say that the trip relay, when the trip relay operates, it gives signal or the command to the circuit breaker, and the circuit breaker which was earlier on now trips in about 30 milliseconds. Okay. So in this 30 milliseconds is taken for the opening time, means where the contacts separate, and the arcing time where the arc between the contacts is extinguished. Okay. For these two things, operating time of 30 milliseconds is taken by the circuit breaker to switch off. Okay. Means the contacts to open. The next, after that, the dead time starts. Now what is the dead time? Dead time is the time starting from the tripping, is the time starting from the tripping time starting from the tripping to the AR shot, this is the dead time. Okay. In short, we can say that dead time is where the circuit breaker remains dead or the silent. In in the in the circuit breaker nameplate, the dead time is mentioned to be as zero point 0.3 seconds, but in the distance relay we consider it to be 1 second, where we consider CB operating time which is about 30 milliseconds, then the time for the contacts to fully open, and plus some margin. In this way we keep the dead time to be as 1 second. So again, the dead time is the time required for the circuit breaker to operate and the contacts to fully open. Okay. After the dead time, an auto reclose shot is after the dead time, an auto reclose shot is given by the distance relay. After the dead time, auto reclosing shot is given, means a closing pulse is given to the circuit breaker. So the circuit breaker which was off is now switched on. Okay. And in first condition we will consider the fault to be a transient fault. So it was a transient fault, and now there is no fault on the system. Fault has gone. So in that case, the circuit breaker will close and remain closed. Okay, this is called as AR successful. In this case, is first AR successful. All right. But if, let's say, in the second condition is that it's a permanent fault, the fault persists in the system. So what we are doing is reclosing onto the fault. So in that case, the circuit breaker which switched on in this eighth step now trips immediately. Okay, so the CB closes and trips in immediately. It's called as AR unsuccessful. Okay, after that, what happens is, uh, the distance relay goes into AR lockout and three phase trip is issued. Okay, so this AR lockout is a condition whereby the relay locks out for protection. Relay locks out means no more auto reclose pulse is given by the distance relay. All right. Now, after the AR successful, after the auto reclose AR successful, a time called CB reclaim time starts. Okay, whereby this is the AR reclaim time is the time within the AR shot to CB ready. So it so some time is required for the circuit breaker to get ready for the next auto recloser cycle, that is called as CB ready. In this time, the CB prepares itself. Prepare its closing spring is charged. CB ready, closing spring is charged. Okay, and if a fault occurs after the reclaim time, then again the auto reclose cycle is initiated. Okay, but if the fault occurs in the reclaim time, then the CB is again switched off and AR lockout is happens. So this was the auto recloser events. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.